Peace and balance, and welcome to the Expanded Star YouTube page. My name is Rose. For some of you guys that may not know me, and in today's video we're going to do the zodiac reading for the October month. And this specific video is going to be for all my Leos out there. So peace, Leo, and welcome to your October reading. I always want to say August for some reason, but October reading. Okay, so yeah, if you do hear some noises in the background, is not my singing bowl sound playing, but it's gonna be my son playing and stuff like that. And I might get distracted along the way if he comes to try and bother me, but just letting you know in case. Now, what do we know about Leos? Leos are fixed fire. Now, fixed being in its own way, just it's basically fixed in its own ways. Hold on, please. Yeah, so it's fixed in its own ways, and in its fire of seeing, it deals with the seeing things and feeling things. It's basically like intense. Very much intense. So it's basically fixing its own way to feel and see about things. Leos are, they can be stubborn. They deal with attention, expression, pride, ego, and just being seen, right? They are ruled by the sun, and the sun is all about expression, light, vitality, energy, being seen, because when the light shines, you're able to see things. Ego deals with exposing things, so, bringing things into light, being able to bring things from the darkness into light. So it deals with the consciousness, awareness, knowledge, so that can also tell you that, if Leos are, fixated in their own way of seeing and feeling about, expression, about vitality, strength, about attention, about being seen, like they fix it about in their own ways. So it can be kind of hard to deal with a Leo, but they kind of they also deal with like structure, boundaries, restriction, limits, and stability in a sense, so I would say it's a little bit lesser than expression, light, being seen, but they can go either way. They can either like to be expressive, like to be seen, have a lot of vitality, or they can have the structure and just have certain boundaries and restrictions, and like deal more with being stable more than being seen and just all that. So it depends, only it depends. Leos also rules the 5th house, and the 5th house deal with self-expression, creativity, pleasure, romance, entertainment, fun, drama, all that good stuff. So Leos can be very spontaneous. They can be really out, like bubbly, very like very fun, very just out there. They very much creative. They like to feel pleasures, basically. They're romantic. They're very romantic too. They can be romantic, baby, no. So yeah, now I think I've spent a little bit too much time on Leo, so I'm gonna move on to the tarot card readings. So that gives you a bit of an understanding, or a summary regarding the energy that you embody. And this reading is gonna be for any sun, moon, for any Leo sun, moon, ascendant, and Saturn and Uranus. Yeah, so any sun, moon, ascendant, Saturn, and Uranus, this reading is going to be for you. So make sure to check out your chart to see where these to make sure where if this falls in any of these, if your Leo fall into any of these planets, I will also advise you to do a chart with the Vedic astrology so you can know that other aspect, because there's different astrology, but I look more into the Vedic and the Western because they actually relate a lot. They're very much accurate, basically. So I will advise you to check both of them out so you can see the energy that you know. But yeah, check both those astrological alignments so you can have a full understanding of the energy that you embody or that you have available. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So the first part I pulled is the Four of Swords. And I'm sorry for the light, it's my flashlight. The Four of Swords, I'm trying to make sure y'all can see it still without the flashlight being on it. But the Four of Swords, the Six of Swords. Yeah, I think I found, yeah, this is better. The Six of Swords, right? And with the Four of Swords, y'all is dealing with frustration. Y'all frustrated about something. And it's something that you have that has to do with consciousness, that has to do with knowledge. You may be thinking too much. You may be thinking too much about like whatever it is that you're learning or studying, or an experience or a circumstance, basically. You kind of like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of frustration from you. Like, you're very frustrated. Like, you're thinking a lot. Like, yeah, I guess you have to let go. You have to move on, remove yourself from a space, whether it be mentally or emotionally too, because you're on the water. So either on emotionally, mentally, or actually physically, you have to remove yourself from a space that you've been stuck in. And I'm getting like you don't want to. Like, you're feeling way too comfortable. I'm gonna take this flash because it's kind of getting a bit dark in here, but I'm gonna have to readjust the light on when I edit this. So yeah, you guys have to let go or remove yourself from a certain environment. And I'm getting like it's you actually, because you're too comfortable, you're not gonna be the one to actually get you out of that space. It's gonna be somebody else or a situation, but something else outside of it. It's not gonna be you that's gonna take you out of that space that you're in, that you need to remove yourself from, because I feel as though you're too comfortable and you don't want to let go, you know. And yeah, and it's like, you know, you have to let go, but you still get, you know, attached to that, and then you kind of retract from actually removing yourself, or you're slowing down the process of doing whatever you need to do to remove yourself from that space. So it's something else outside of you that's going to create something, either an event or something is going to happen that's going to force you to remove yourself from that space, you know. And that's for all, again, Leos, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Saturn, and Uranus, or Uranus. So yeah, so I feel as though that's where your frustration comes from. It can also be work related, or, you know, just a lot. You're just thinking a lot, basically. And then we have the Three of Swords. So you're going through like an emotional frustration too. You know, it has to do with your heart. You know, you have to, like, your heart is being repaired, and you kind of like holding on to a certain piece that needs to be added on, so your heart can be sold on, can finally be sewn on and be kept still. And it's like you're just pulling, you're just sitting there, like, you don't want to do this, you don't want to deal with that emotional aspect of you, don't want to deal with, you know, whatever it is that you're going through emotionally. And it's like the universe keeps interfering and showing you how, like, you know, you need to focus on this, focus on your heart, focus on your heart, focus on, just allow the healing process, let go, feel more, like acknowledge this part of you. And you're just sitting there like you don't want to, like it may be too painful, or you may feel as though if you do, it's gonna get broken again, and you don't want to go through that process all over again, because maybe you've had your heart broken so many times. And it's like, we all go through this, so this cannot even be an excuse for anyone that, oh yeah, I've had my heart broken before by this and that, you know, this and that happened, you know. So you just restrict yourself from receiving new love into your heart. And it's like, you can't run away from experiences. You have to experience different aspects of you, so you can, you know, gain more wisdom, you know, and become an expert in your journey. That's what it's all about. You can't run away from yourself. You can't run away. Wherever you go, there you are, basically. So you not wanting to heal your heart is gonna remain there, and that's you wasting experiences, that's you wasting time, basically, you know, that you could have taken if you was to just allow that healing to go through, acknowledge your feelings, deal with your feelings, you know, go through that, and allow it to just put the piece back together, so you can fully put your heart and allow it to become whole, so you can allow yourself to feel new things and experience new love matters, and experience new things in general that has to do with the heart, you know. But you're the one, you're in your own way when it comes to heart matters, to love matters, you know, anything that has to do with the heart, you know, you're in your own way. So just know that. Hey, stop. I'm also getting like something in your environment is also may also be playing as a wall, or as like something that's like keeping you in that emotional space of just being still, you know. Maybe you keep wanting to feel a certain way, but something always in your environment is always interfering with your with that, and you always get back to that emotional frustration or that whatever it may be. So don't allow it to be. That's why you need to remove yourself from that environment, you know, because that's the 3 of Swords. 3 has to do with environment. You know, you have to remove yourself from that environment, you know, that you don't want to let go of, or that space that you don't want to let go of, so you can allow yourself to just like, because you're frustrated, like you need to allow yourself to just get that 10 of Pentacles and express joy, just coming together. You see all those kids right there, that's abundance, man. See the feminine, the masculine just enjoying themselves, like coming together and just bringing your heaven on earth, just experiencing your heaven, you know, and stop creating hell for yourself. Like, yeah, we learn through our holistic experiences, but we also have to, you know, create, you know, like heaven for ourselves and experience the beautiful life, basically, you know. So that's what I get with the 10 of Pentacles. Just, you have to get out of this frustration that you're in, let go, heal your heart, so you can then experience this joyful moment, you know, abundance, happiness, connecting more with your childlike self, do things that you love, you know, do things that you love. Ooh, it's getting dark. Do things that you love, basically, you know, and act childlike. Yeah, paint the sun back into your sky. And it's funny because you are ruled by the sun, but paint your sun back into your sky. You have to paint it back. You're allowing it to become dim, you know, and it's like you're allowing other people to just come and paint over and just, you know, close your light, and you're not allowing yourself to be seen. You're not allowing yourself to see something, you know. You're not allowing your light to shine bright, and it's like, that's not you. You are ruled by the sun. You are to be seen. You are, you know, like, you are to be seen. You are to be seen, man. Like, and you need to allow yourself to be seen. I'm gonna use this Illuminati Tarot deck to pull a card from it for you. But yeah, paint the sun back into your sky. Paint the sun back into your sky. Man, you are very much capable. Again, the 8 of diamond, it has to do with time. Diamond is like an opportunity. So put a lot of time, you see, is sowing, building. You have to continue building and sowing the, you know, like your life, your experience, whatever you want for yourself. Put the time into that. That's where your diamond is. That's where your opportunity is at. You know, like stop allowing your light to be dim, because the more frustration you experience, the lesser you'll be, you know, driven to, you know, like build, you know, like you will keep experiencing constant frustration, and you will give up at a certain time, then do it and give up, then but once you have that drive, that you know, like will, that, you know, to just want to do it and just get wherever you want to get, you know, you'll be able to do that once you just let go. Again, with the 3 of spears or spirits, whatever that is, but 3 has to do with environment. You have to go through a certain battle in your environment, you know, to protect your space, protect your peace, protect your foundation, protect whatever you're building for yourself, and don't allow anybody to come and knock it down. Allow that sun to rise up, because something is basically right there. You know, every time you're trying to rise up, it's coming and just poking you. Get back down there. Get back down there. Get back down there. And it's like, no, you very much, if you just allow yourself to just, you can break all that is in your path that's trying to stop you from, you know, like achieving success, or allowing your light to shine, you know. So, ooh, okay. So I'm gonna read, you know, the cards that came from my, I always forget the name, Beyond Lemuria Oracle decks. You know, give your mind's perspective and then read a passage in the book, so you can have a full understanding of what the message is for you to pay attention to during this October month. Okay, so we have the crystal keys. She of the Lotus. It's a lot of feminine energy in here, huh? Yeah, it's all feminine energy. Star seed element. And new blueprint. Ooh, okay, I'm already getting something here. Alrighty. Okay, so okay, so you have to create a new blueprint for yourself. Look at everything that you've been doing and see how much benefit it has been bringing to you. If it has allowed you to get much done, or if it's allowed you to, you know, just experience more benefit out of that. Look at whatever you've been doing. If you need to change something, change it so you can achieve better result, you know, greater result in a sense. So a lot of contemplation, a lot of rectifying, a lot of analyzing, a lot of putting things together is what I'm getting. Also a lot of thoughts. You're thinking a lot, but allow the flow to allow it to freely flow, the thought to freely flow, you know. Don't try to capture thoughts too much. Allow them to flow so you can see them as they are, and then gain the perspective that they all bring together that you need to pay attention to, if that makes sense, you know. I'm also getting a lot of focus on like your first eye, which people call third eye. That right there. That right there. That right there. That. So you can't, I don't want to tell you can't, but I would suggest that you start trusting your inner voice, your inner guidance, your spirit guides, and stop trying to see things with your two eyes and kind of look things beyond the physicality, beyond the 3D realm, and just focus on you know, using your first eye, using your intuition to guide you along the way, so you can know exactly what you need to focus on. Again, with the crystal, and crystal is protection. Crystal is just like harnessing your energy, and just bringing it together so you can create that shield for yourself, you know. And then, like, you know, allow that flower to bloom. Just allowing yourself to fully bloom into this, whatever it may be. And spread your wings so you can fly. Spreading your wings, getting the freedom that you need, so you can then, you know, allow that change to come, the butterfly, you know. Allow that change to take place, you know. So that's what I got for you guys. I'm gonna read the excuse me, I'm gonna read the book to see what he has to say. So we have Crystal Keys, that's 22. So Crystal Keys. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within a raw and intense reaction that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset will be lessened, power struggles and fear will diminish, and we will see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding will shift, and the way people want to be loved will be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. Right? So whatever is triggering you to cause you to have that frustration, you need to, you know, stop allowing it into your space, into your inner world, because that is what is affecting you, and it's actually wasting your time, you know, taking the time away for you to, you know, that you could use to put into something that will benefit you. But you're putting a lot of time into those triggers, into those frustration, you know. And that's not to say that, you know, it's not okay to be frustrated. It's very much okay, because once you feel that frustration, you know, okay, that's a way of releasing too, you know. When you feel frustrated, you're releasing, and then you can now see things for what they are and do what needs to be done. Okay, now Sheeta Lotus, she's 43. Okay, Sheeta Lotus, take a look at any unconscious patterns that may be running you. Are there elements of yourself you need to take out of the trash, dust off and reabsorb? Shadows can be painful or tender to touch. Sensitivity in an area can be a trigger that shows us where we might want to spring clean some of the darker, forgotten, ignored, or hidden corners. Accepting our shadows is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wholeness and self-love. Peel back the layers where there is shame, guilt, or fear and bring them into the daylight. Under a loving and compassionate light, they will restore and reassimilate, so you can re-engage with your superpowers. You know, again, with that triggers, you're going through some triggers. And you know, it's really important that you know, face yourself. You know, face yourself. Be real with yourself. Again, is even what I got for Cancers. You know, we have to face ourselves during October. You know, we have to face ourselves, be real with ourselves, and acknowledge our feelings. You know, I have to turn on the light because it's getting very dark in here. Anyways. So, yeah. And then we have Starseed. Starseed, Bring a sense of play, lightness, and spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children or your inner child. You are encouraged to add inquisitiveness, fun, and laughter to your reality. This card may signify the presence of a child in your life. Spending time with children will help you experience the world from a fresh perspective and see them as the inspiring teachers they are. Again, that's what I got with the card, just connecting with your inner child, do childlike things, and but you have to let go of that frustration, remove yourself from that space that you're in, that's keeping you in that that keeps triggering you. Whatever keeps triggering you, you need to just deal with that, so you can start focusing on just doing anything that you enjoy doing. Be like the child, the inner child that you are. Connect back with that aspect of you, so you can experience better things. And then we have new blueprint, right? New blueprint. This card inspires action, no matter how small, that will create a ripple of light in the world. You are a part of a bigger picture, a greater story, and your actions, your choices, your presence are making a difference. You have more power than you realize. Focus on what you can do and do it well. Change takes time, so make plans and start now. Create something new for yourself. Focus on whatever you need to do, and don't allow anything to distract you or not allow your light to shine, because you may have people in our lives. We might have people in our lives that, spiritually, that's exactly what they're here for. To stop your process, slow down your process. They're kind of like, obstacles that you need to face. And those obstacles live very well within yourself. Until you acknowledge that, you won't be able to defeat those aspects of yourself that's reflecting outside of you, that's creating those experiences and those circumstances that keeps you in those mental, emotional frustration, or whatever, so as long as you're aware of how you're feeling, you'll be able to do something about it. So yeah, just allow yourself to just go through that frustration, get rid of it, don't dwell too much in it, and focus on what needs to be done for your own well-being. And don't allow anybody to dim your light, and allow yourself to be seen, because you are a lion and you need to roar your way into your success, your way into a better space. And anything that comes in your way, better knock that down, whether it be people, place, things, emotions, thoughts, whatever it may be. Knock it out your way so you can focus on the bigger picture. So that's the message for you, for all my Leos out there, for your October readings. And I do hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful experience. And yeah, that's it for today, and until next time, peace and balance always. Bye bye.